in the grander scheme of things, when a client is focusing on things to do, he's got a limited amount of time, or they got a limited amount of time, and they have only so many options. What is the best way that they can figure out what is most important to them?
So I can give you a couple of the things I do in terms of like when I'm in a workspace or when I'm and being somebody with ADHD, you learn very, I guess, young when you have this, or at some point, that prioritizing and having a forefront priority list in your brain becomes very important, because if you don't, you're not accomplishing anything. You're all over, you're looking left and going that way, and it's just we need to kind of stay on track. So there's a few things, tools I use, a few things that I really and I did a matrix for this once where it was like I'll have to remember exactly what's on each line, but I asked myself, I tried a long-term think. That's one of the things that I really try to do, is I try to think, okay, if I'm in a business space, if I'm in a space like here, I might be working on a project and go, okay, well, I'm the one that knows how to do this, so I'm going to do it. But if I take the time to train somebody else, it might be a little more of my time now, but I'm going to free up this much time, all of the time to never have to do that again. Even though it essentially sort of is a bit of a time suck and a little, draining in the beginning. That's what training is. Training, Misha. Welcome to training, but training takes, it's everybody doing extra work and investing their extra work and extra time in training somebody else, with the knowing and understanding that this training is going to be a return on time investment later, because by training you today and spending the time to do that today, later I'm going to have you to do it, and I'm not going to have to anymore. And now I've got another human being capable of doing it. And it can be, I think we as people often get stuck in I'm the only one that can, I'm the only one that can do it right, I'm the only one that does. But if you're the only one that can, there's a few things that are horribly wrong with that, because if something happens to you, you have just, really screwed up if you're working for everybody else around you, because you're the only one that can do it, and now they got to scramble, they don't know, and now you've left a serious problem. And if you're the only one that can do it, then you also are probably, there's something going on. You might be insecure, there's a lot of things going on there, because truthfully, one of the things that Jerome, have I always said, always be training your replacement. Not because you are not going to be there, not because you're not going to be working, but because you're going to move up, and you're not going to want to you want somebody that can do those things for you. And it's long-term thinking. That is truly long-term thinking, because it might be really quick and easy for you to do that, and it might take an hour for you, 5 minutes here versus an hour to train somebody on something, but that hour is going to come back in, hundreds and thousands. So
how does this factor into sort
knowing
of your clients prioritizing correctly?
One of the questions you could ask them is, do you have to do that? Is there somebody else that can do that?
Well, that's
something you want to do.
Asking if there's somebody else, that's the leading side.
That's leading, yeah.
Yeah. So you're sticking to, tell me about that. Tell me about what you have to do there. How does that serve you? Is there anything else that would serve you better in that space? So asking those questions more generically, but absolutely,